I got it on good faith that we gon' be major. Keep me a baddie, I don't know it's in my nature. Pushing up on me, cause you know I got the flavor. You ain't gotta ask twice, I'll give it to you. Kill 'em with the flavor. Kill 'em with the flavor. Ooh, kill 'em with the flavor. Ooh, kill 'em, kill.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. And once again, we are 910 Sports TV. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity because without him, there'd be no us. To my right of me, I got the coach himself. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd be throwing them out there, and when he out there fishing and everything, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I ain't fishing 30 years, so I can't tell you nothing about it. But anyway, we got Coach going. What's going on, brother?
Hey, listen, it's always good to be on with you brothers. And as we say back in the day, you either going to fish or cut bait. So we locked and loaded. Let's talk about them NBA playoffs.
All right. So we got my other right hand man. You know what I'm saying? We coming up on 7 years here in a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? For 910 Sports and 995 South. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? Your baby mama favorite host, Jacob the Great. What's going on, brother?
Man, what up, man? Glad to be in Atlanta living, man. We're gonna get into the NBA playoffs and we're gonna talk about who is a member of AARP that's playing in the playoffs right now.
Yeah. So that will be that. Yeah, that what we gonna get into, man, because it was crazy. I was sitting there watching. Seeing that. Well, this is my thing. But I know Jacob. They want to talk about Gobert and we're talk about Randall. But I want to first talk about Anthony Edwards. My thing is this. Anthony Edwards, we keep trying to put this man in the top 5 and the top 10 of best players in the game. But he's starting to look more like James Harden in these playoffs. Because time and time again, this is the second year in a row, fellas, that he basically went to bed. They went to bed and lost by like 30. If y'all remember last year, I think they played the Thunder and they lost in 5. They would have lost in 5, I think, in this one if Wemby wouldn't have got suspended that one game. But they ended up losing in 5 last year, and they remember they got beat by 30. But my thing is, it's too many times where Anthony Edwards go missing in these playoffs or whatever at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we Gobert and Randall look like they 45 years old out there. But the young boy out there ain't looking no better than they looking. You know what I'm saying? Them bench players looking better than he looking, the role players. But anyway, Coach, I'm gonna let Jacob. I'm gonna let you go first, Jacob. What you feeling?
Man, listen, man. Gobert and Julius Randle, man, and Anthony Edwards going. He had like he wanted to tap out in the third quarter, man. What is really going on, man? That like a lot of these players got a give up spirit, man. And Captain Country's hiring, Frosty Place is hiring, and they might can get a new contract with the Chattanooga Greyhounds.
Say Trader Joe's hiring. Shoot, Coach, what you thinking? What you feeling on this?
And I'm gonna be in the same boat with Jacob tonight. I know he was on that pond and making it happen. So that was a conversation before we came on the air. But brother Jacob is exactly right. Icon, he is. You know, when you look at the NBA, and this I've said this for years and years and years. In order to win a championship, you have to have a team that can win a 7-game series, home or on the road, and you got to be built that way. When you look at the Timberwolves, they're missing a few pieces, right? Yeah, you got Rudy Gobert, and I call him Mr. COVID because he wants to touch all the mics, and as Jacob said, Julius Randle looking like he crawled out from up under the swamp. And then Anthony Edwards, he's like Sports Illustrated when it comes to playoff. He comes out once a week, and you got to realize that you have to be able to win a 7-game series. And then, and then what I didn't like, he comes off the floor and he won't go down there and just start, I guess he's going to give him a ticker tape parade, start hugging everybody. even before the game's over with. I mean, like, I know you coming out, but go to your bench and sit down, and you dap people up, or you wave at a distance at the end of the game. But don't go down and start hugging and kissing. I guess they said 1, 2, 3 Cancun, but it's just not. It's just not a good look. And again, I think it's just maturity, and it's just a combination. But they're not all what. They're not championship material at all.
Well, you know what Julius Randle looked like to me? He remind me of that dude that used to sell weed in the hood with a black and mild, smoking a black and mild, riding around in a Cutlass. That's what every time. That's what the vibe I get from Julius Randle every time I see you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what I mean, he just don't. But my thing is, I just think we've been talking about all these shakeups, like Kevin Durant needs to probably leave, and LeBron maybe end up leaving the Lakers, but I think the Minnesota Timberwolves gonna have to do something, because I just, like you said, in order, if they gonna really put young boy Anthony Ant-Man in the stratosphere of winning a championship, he's not gonna do it with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. He's just not. You know what I'm saying? As good as he may be, but at the times I feel like he doesn't want it bad enough. I don't really believe Ant has that dog in him, because dogs don't say stuff like, "Oh, I don't want to be the face of the NBA." You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, stuff like that. But then one minute you want to be talking Barack Obama, how you him, but then the next minute you want to say, I don't want to be the face of the NBA. Bro, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So you can't have it both ways.
That's what I'll say. That's just maturity.
So go ahead.
No, and that's what, and then you think about when I watch Julius Randle play, it's just like you throw it in the post, man. You can get up, go get you something to drink, pop you some popcorn. It's just methodical. Get down, and I mean, his game hasn't transitioned into how the NBA is being played today. I mean, he's just very. I mean, it's almost like you think back, and I'm gonna date myself. It's almost like he's playing Adrian Dantley ball, right? You throw it into him, and it's like a black hole. It don't come back out, and it's just like Randle, man. It's just like he hits and misses. He got out of New York and went down there. You thought he was gonna take off, but and same thing with Rudy Gobert. I mean, he's not gonna get. He's not. He's a guy that he can win. He can be on the championship team, but you can't look for him to give you 10 and 10 every night. He's just.
I'm gonna tell you what they should do. Y'all tell me what y'all feel about this trade. I feel like they should do a trade Kevin Durant for Julius Randle. And the reason why I say that, you put Julius Randle on, because first of all, the one thing Houston is lacking was more scoring. So Randle provide that for them. If you put Kevin Durant, and then at this point, them teammates don't like Kevin Durant. I don't care what they say. If the man that got a burner phone and talking straight trash about y'all, that'd be like if you went to your job every day, coach, and your other employees, you found out they were just dogging you out and talking mess about you every day, or whatever, or a group of y'all found like y'all supervisor, somebody was talking bad about y'all on the regular. Y'all ain't want to come in there and work hard. So he the OG. He's supposed to be setting an example, not making burner phone talking about how Sengun can't play and this one can't play and this, that, and the third. And I think that, and if you put Durant on Houston, he doesn't have to be, on Minnesota, he don't have to be a leader. He can be exactly what he was supposed to be for Houston. Just score. You know what I'm saying? They got enough for defensive players. You know what I'm saying? Him and Ant kind of like, I ain't gonna say they best friends, but him and Ant real good friends. Like Ant kind of look up to Kevin Durant. Well, whatever, and when they was in the Olympics, they kind of hung out, and then he kind of was, they kind of became real tight at the Olympics. So I just feel like that might be the way to go, is send him over to Minnesota and send Randle or whatever, and maybe a couple or that young boy, the soul, whatever. If you don't think that's enough, the other young guy, send him to Houston or whatever, and that may help them kind of maybe get over the hump. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna let Jacob go. Then I'm gonna come back with that my reply to that.
Well, they definitely need to get Julius Randle out of there, man, because he was camping out like he was playing detective with Virgil on Heat tonight.
I can't. I can't take. I can't
in
take.
Okay,
in the heat of the
you stupid.
night.
You stupid. You stupid. You ignorant. Heck no.
But
Hey.
hey man, for real though, man. KD be good. I think his ball spot affecting him because
You
every time he get hurt or twist his ankle, man, you know, you just see that nap hair around that ball spot, and when he get a haircut, then he be shooting that ball. You know what I'm saying? He lights out, but man, as long as them naps around that ball spot, boy, man, KD ain't gonna give you nothing, man. He gonna be hurt, and Anthony Davis, KD, and Kawhi Leonard, we should call them the three limbs because they can never stay healthy ever, man. Ever, man. Man. We have got more, and don't forget about Joe Embiid. We
Mm.
have got we have got more success from watching the Wheaties commercial than watching the
hey,
other thing,
Jacob.
man.
Jacob. What you know thing about Joel Embiid? I want to know what he be eating at the crib. Cause I ain't never seen nobody, a grown man, have more stomach aches than him, more stomach problems than him. Oh, but what you been what are you eating at tigers and lions at the crib or something? What he doing? Like I don't understand what this man is eating at the crib where he always got stomach problems. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Man. I guess he be getting that what you call that fufu shipped over from Africa, man. And once you get to America, they done dump some preservatives in it, and it be hurting his stomach, man, because this this fella played so hard against Boston, and then the next series he hurt, man. Like what? I don't even understand, man. But I I see that Golden State want him over there in Golden State. I don't know why. But KD coming to um, Minnesota, it could work, man. But Anthony and Anthony Edwards can't get off, in the playoffs, man, because he be on Twitter chasing women too much. Like man, you already made 5 babies in 3 years. Like man, slow down, man. Like you in these playoffs, and people want him to be so great. You
Mm-hmm.
got so many legends rooting for you, man. But you don't show up. You don't show
Yeah.
up, and then let's not talk about pig leg James Harden. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, man. If was ever
Oh
somebody
man.
in the NBA and you say, you always said about James Harden. James Harden ain't gonna give you nothing in the playoffs.
Yeah, because
You
and you
called
know
it.
the thing problem with me and James Harden though, James Harden is like a girl teasing you. She gonna let you get all the way to third base, and then she gonna be like, "Nah, I'm good." So James Harden will get you all the way. He'll get all the way to game 6 or game 7, then he'll wet the bed. Like he'll play decent. Like this series, he been playing pretty decent. But then come game 6, came to game 7, he gonna disappear. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Detroit came back. If they didn't when they didn't win game 6, Cleveland win game 6. I said to myself, "Oh Lord, here, oh the old James Harden probably gonna show up in game 7."
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That,
saying?
and if anybody knows me, I've always said there's two guys in that league that you'll never win championships with. One, Russell Westbrook, and the other, James Harden. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back to the KD deal. And I'm straight up with Jacob. You can't make millions of dollars and come out and you do looking like it's looking, right? So that's a whole nother show. But in that, when you look at KD, where did KD win championships?
You Golden State
Okay,
Golden State.
and that
with a
that's
red.
because that's because he didn't have to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And when he has to
Mm-hmm.
be a leader, he can't do one. Yeah, he can't bring you one when he has to carry that weight. So you look at Kobe Bryant. He was willed to win a championship with the Lakers without Shaq. So
Mhm.
when KD let's go back in time. KD, when he was with OKC and they lost to Golden State, what did he do to Westbrook? He let say, okay, I'm gone because I got to work too hard and I'm gonna jump ship. And he goes over, and I think he wins 2 with Golden State, if I'm not mistaken. But then when they bust that up, now he goes out. But now, like you said, he's got the burner phone. He's not. He's just not the guy to bring you that championship. Now I'm gonna switch over to Harden. Same identical thing. The guy does the exact. It's like he's got a phone booth on the court, and you can't find a phone booth nowhere in America, right? Come game 7, it's just like he goes in the phone booth and he hides, and that's just he's done that his entire career. He will, and I'm telling if you win a championship with James Harden, I'll be shocked, right? Because again, what is he going to? He's almost like Luca. What is he going to do for you when he doesn't have the ball, right? If he fall, just like the other night, he fell to the ground dribbling, and first thing he wants to do is look for a foul. No, dude, get up and play, get back and do what you got to do. But I've never been a James Harden fan. And again, and the same thing. When you think about that young talent, and people forget all 3 of those guys was on the same team. How good could they have been if they would have stayed together? James Harden would have stayed in his role, starred in his role. But he wants to come out and do his thing. But people forget KD, Westbrook, and James Harden was all on the same team. When they were, but everybody wants to be the alpha. Nobody wants to nobody wants to get in the back seat. Everybody wants to be the driver. So it's going to be interesting. And Jacob had a great call. All these guys are banged up. Joe LMB. I mean, I'm just like, my God, I've never seen a 7-footer on the floor as much as this. I mean, this dude he'll fall over the board, wiping up sweat on the floor if he gets too close to him. And it's just
Yeah.
like, stay
Yeah, him
on your
and AD,
feet, dude.
him and AD need to wrestle. They need to wrestle, like high school wrestling, because they like to be on the ground a lot, so they might as well just wrestle each other.
It's ridiculous.
Hmm.
Hey man,
I think that foo is off balance.
if you thought AD on his elbow, he AD out for 8 weeks.
Hey,
How'd you come up with 8 weeks?
Man, man,
he said be out for
man,
8 weeks. Hey,
8 weeks. He didn't
man,
say 2 weeks. He said 8 weeks.
yeah,
man,
yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Hey, well,
that's a lot of money that you paying these guys, man, and they're not playing and picking and choosing, and they get out and just like, I mean, just in flat out and being embarrassed, man. I'm just like, what are you doing? I mean, it's just, I don't know. If I was the owner, man, I'd be, look, man, I got to write that dude a check, and he out for
who?
8 weeks because somebody bumped him on his elbow. Come on, man.
I just want to ask y'all a question. Who has played at least 70 games in the last 10 years?
Jaylen Brown. Uh, I know he's played a lot. What you call it? Who was that? I know Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges on that 400 and something odd straight games without missing a game. Like Mikal Bridges ain't missed a game in like 5 years or something crazy. Like since he been in
Okay.
the league, I don't think he missed a game since he been in the league or something. Some crazy number. But like I remember the last game of the season. You know how everybody sit all their players out, for rest, and they put him in for like 2 minutes just so he would keep his record going. But yeah, he hasn't missed a game in like 4-5 years. So it's not a lot of players that go 82, but it's a few that kind of be one to kind of take pride in that want to do it. And I know Jaylen Brown might have missed maybe 5 or 6 games this year, if that. But I think he played most of the games this year. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because LeBron bought 110 and he played more games than everybody on the team. So I'm like, golly. So you know what I mean? So, but because I think
LeBron is old, man. I believe the first time he dunked, uh, John the Baptist told him the alley-oop.
hey, well, speaking of which, so where do y'all think? Okay, 2 questions. One, because I told Jacob, I said my prediction is Giannis gonna end up in Boston, Jaylen Brown gonna end up in Atlanta, and Milwaukee. They said it's a 3-team thing. Milwaukee would get all these first-round picks or whatever between the 2 teams, and then Jaylen Brown, he's from Atlanta. he gonna end up in Atlanta, and Giannis gonna end up in Boston. You know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, him and I know players all the time don't get along with each other, and they figure it out. But some weird reason, him and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum got a weird relationship where I think it's ran the course, and I think Jaylen Brown got to the point where he wants to be like that true number one. He been the number one all year long, and they was very successful with him being the number one. And I don't think he want to take a back seat to Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Atlanta and became the number one over there. Even though I like Jalen Johnson, but I don't think Jalen Johnson ready to be a number one yet. So I think if you put Brown over there, he would be the true number one.
Yeah, he's a terrific player. I think he probably a little salty, just how USA Basketball did him and not have him on the Olympic team. But yeah, he's I think that the duo of him and Tatum in Boston has run its course. So I think he needs to move on and be that guy because he does have the skill set, and he's a tremendous asset to the league. And it's going to be very interesting to see what he does. But he's a fantastic talent.
Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, I think he is, man. And but I also think that somebody gonna end up getting Ja Morant, and who gonna get Ja Morant?
I seen something about Houston
The
earlier, and I
Tennessee,
seen
the
somewhere.
Tennessee
Who else did I see?
Greyhound.
I seen Houston, and I seen somebody else. I forgot who else I seen that he might go to, or whatever. I guess you just gotta think about who needs a point guard that doesn't necessarily have to score like that. It can be more of a facilitator. I mean, still get their shot off, but you don't have to be such a a high volume scorer all the time. That you need a facilitator type guard. You know what I mean? He might do
Well,
good. He could do good in Phoenix. Be honest with you, because Devin Booker's not a true number, not a one. He's not a point guard, so I think he could do good in Phoenix.
Yeah,
All right.
he definitely needs to go somewhere where there ain't no bright lights.
Yeah.
Phoenix, Denver. I mean, he don't need to be nowhere. You can't put him. You put that Joker. You put him below the Mason Dixon line. You send him
Yeah.
to Atlanta, train wreck. That Joker tail Buckhead, right? You send him to New York, he'd be on Fifth Avenue in Motown and at the Apollo on game night. So he's got to be in the market to where he can be successful, and just not with a lot of distraction.
and and,
Well,
and,
if you hear Ocho Cinco, he keeps saying he's gonna be in Miami. But go ahead, Jake.
Oh Lord,
but boy, if he go down to Miami, nah, that ain't a good fit. And then they were talking about the Pelicans was looking at him. I said he definitely don't need to be in New Orleans. No,
Lord,
sir.
Mm-mm,
no, God, you
mm-mm,
talking about
mm-mm, mm-mm.
that Joker down there beating beignets before the game and be on Bourbon Street the night of the game.
With a gun in his hand.
Absolutely. I mean, I seen. I'm gonna flip back real quick. I seen something on Chris Washburn, if y'all remember him back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about. They said, Chris, how long? He said, how many times you go to rehab? He said, I went to rehab 14 times. They said, what? He said, I went to rehab 14 times. He said, but you know the problem was. They said, what? He said, I smoked crack 15 times. I was just,
God, dog.
There you go.
they said he said
Hey,
he had it so bad he would be in the toilet before the game and even at halftime smoking a rock.
mm,
And I'm
And
just
wow.
saying,
and I seen an interview with Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom said, boy, he would be tooting so heavy, man, to like before the game, after the game, going to the bathroom. I said, what the world?
oh yeah, man.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
you
mm.
just
Well,
man,
yeah, but
that's
real quick on Kevin Durant, real quick. Yeah, one thing I kind of lost respect for him when he would always say that always use that saying, I just want to hoop. Hell, if you was want to hoop, you could have went to the Washington Wizards. You from DC, Eric.
it's a-
If
he
that's what
Yeah,
you always want to do is hoop, you know what I'm saying? You could have went to Charlotte Hornets when they were super terrible. You just want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? That take all the pressure off of you to win anything. If you go to the Washington Wizards or the Charlotte Hornets, that take the pressure off you to win anything in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So, but reason why I say I know it's a lie, because Kevin Durant, every time he goes to a team, he either goes to a ready-made team that he thinks he can come in and win a championship, or he goes to a team that he wants to bring everybody with him. You know what I'm saying? At least a LeBron will admit that's what, he want to play with his friends, or he trying to win or whatever. Kevin Durant try to lie to you. Oh, I just want to hoop. No, you don't just want to hoop. Not if you keep trying to bring everybody with you. You ain't just want to hoop. And then when y'all lose, then you trying to make it seem like the media wrong for calling you out.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He go ahead, Jacob.
I'm gonna say this about KD, man. KD is one of the biggest crybabies. KD ain't no leader. KD want people to give him this credit and that credit, man. But KD ain't never want to take no accountability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So before we switch over to our next topic, real quick. So where so they've been talking about what Bron should do. Of course we all know he ain't retiring. I don't think he need to go back to the Lakers because I don't think they ever really appreciated him. I don't care what people say that they did certain things to appease him, but that wasn't about appreciation. That was because they was money grabbing. They knew LeBron was bringing a lot of money to that team. They had nothing to do with they was appeasing him because they liked him or because they thought no, they was doing that because LeBron was bringing a lot of money to the Lakers when he got there. That's why they was appeasing him. You know what I'm saying? And when they got Luka, they tried to throw him out with yesterday's trash because they thought Luka was going to come in and win him a championship. But the thing about Luka, Luka can't stay healthy. Luka is not going to be in shape long enough. He don't play a lick of defense at all. And your number one player can't be that bad on defense and win unless you put a lot of pieces around him like they try to do with AI back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And even with AI, at least he would try to, steal the ball and be kind of active out there. But Luka don't even try. You know what I'm saying? Half the time. So I don't see the Lakers ever winning a championship, especially with him and Austin Reeves. I don't see them ever winning a championship. So to me personally, I think he should either go to Golden State. I just want to see it. Him and Steph Curry, I would love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Or go back to Cleveland, have one last run with them because Donovan Mitchell and James Harden ain't winning nothing together. So I would say go to Cleveland. They already got the bigs. They got a number one or playing a Donovan Mitchell that could take the pressure off of Bron to score. Or I would say the Knicks, but if the Knicks make it to the finals, I wouldn't. I would leave that one alone. So I would just say either Golden State or Cleveland if I was LeBron. Or I'm saying other than retiring. I thought he should have already retired, but
Cleveland deal James Harden and bring in Bron and let him go out in the hometown for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I really, y'all might think this is just a little funny, but I know who LeBron going to.
Where you going?
LeBron is going to the Jerusalem Copperheads.
Oh, hey, you know what I told Jacob this yesterday? I said, he might end up staying with the Lakers for one reason, because he know his son, the only place he's going to be able to play is in LA. And if he leave the Lakers, his son ain't going to get no playing time. And he's going to be out the league by the end of next year.
Well, I mean, his and I get you want to play, but man, when you're financially successful like that, he could easily step out. He could become I mean, and I'm not trying to say the kid could not pursue his passion, and I applaud LeBron wanting to play for his son because play with his son because it's never been done before. But if his dad steps aside and be traded, what basketball has given him the keys to the world. He's set financially, and I just think he just needs to find his space within the game. And if it's not on the court, it's in maybe somebody's front office or somebody's staff, and just keep working hard. I hate to see the kid not be in the league, but it's great. It's a pretty awesome thing when you see father and son, and it's never been done before.
Well, he was a millionaire. Right. He was a millionaire doing gaming. So he was a millionaire before he even got to the Lakers.
find your role and star in it. I mean, if it's
Mhm.
not in the NBA, you mean, hey, that'll be all right, and then you go do your thing and be the mogul and help your dad run the company or whatever. But you know, he can be successful. I mean, he's had it, and again, and I don't think he'll ever get a fair shot just because he is LeBron's son. And people think he's supposed to be reincarnated, but you know, look at Michael Jordan and his sons. They were, you know, they played for the Tennessee Rattlers, you know, and that new expansion team. But you know, if you just don't have it, you don't have it,
Yeah, and
and there's nothing to
one
be
of them play
embarrassed.
for one of them play for the Atlanta Sugar Babies.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just it's
well, my
ridiculous.
man Johnson.
But y'all is leaving out something, man. So who is more privileged than Bronny and his dad? Wherever Giannis go,
Yeah. Oh
he,
my
he's
goodness.
bringing his he's bringing his terrible brothers. Like
Yeah.
like like
Yes.
like. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. Giannis brothers, man, they should just become illustrators of NBA coloring books because they can't play. They can't
Yeah,
play a
cause
lick
at
of
least, cause at
basketball.
least Bronny give you a few points. Them boys don't give you nothing when they get on the court. They just give you
Man,
cardio. They don't give
Yeah,
you
man.
nothing on the court.
I
Hey,
can't listen, man.
You know what I'm saying?
hey, Jacob, you know what he done? It's just like if you got a sweet honey hole, man, and you in there fishing and you knocking them bass in the head, man. You want your brother to come along so he can enjoy some of that tug on the line. And I understand totally. Yeah, they train wrecks, man. I understand, but that's good looking
Right.
out. That's
Yeah,
star
yeah.
power.
Yeah, that is star
Hmm.
power, man. But man, the most them two brothers can do, man, is illustrate some coloring books for the kids who has a membership of the NBA Cares.
Oh, hey, coach, I want to shout out Stephen Haskell's son. He plays overseas for an overseas team, and he dang near putting up a triple double every night, bro. I'm talking
Wow.
about not no 15 and 10. I'm talking about 25 to 30 points a game, triple doubles. You know
That's
what I'm
what you
saying?
got to do. That's what
So
they
so
pay
yeah,
him
he
when you
so
over. You better load it up. Absolutely.
yeah. So
Tremendous.
anyway, let's get into this NBA draft,
And
whatever, and talk.
our time, man. I know we're talking about basketball, man, but let's give a shout out to them Dallas Cowboys. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
Lord, oh
Yeah,
Lord.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Who
sir.
we shout out the Cowboys for?
We just we just looking forward to a better season than last year. So I'm just gonna shout out the Dallas Cowboys.
So you interrupted that. You
Yeah.
interrupted the show for that.
Yeah. Let me check my email.
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah, yeah.
Only a Cowboy
I
fan.
mean, I
Only
mean,
a
I mean,
Cowboy fan would do
I
that.
mean, I mean, I can, we don't usually do PSA on here, but that was a public service announcement.
No, no, that was a train wreck statement. We could at least wait to August before we start talking about the Cowboys. You know, we don't need to talk about the
Man,
Cowboys in June, in
man,
May.
we talk about the Cowboys year round. You already know that, Gun.
Unless it's the draft or something Jerry Jones said stupidly, because I think Jerry Jones and Trump first cousins, but because both of them just say anything. So other than
Hey,
that,
hey,
but
so since you said that, I think the rapper Drake and Isaiah Thomas is first cousins too, because both of their asses be crying.
well, hey, you right about that. But anyway, let's get to the NBA draft preview. So coach,
Yo,
I've been seeing the last couple of days, Caleb Wilson rising up that board. They
I
keep
done,
talking about he might go number one.
I done told, I told, listen, I told him when he was in Chapel Hill. I said he's the best player in college basketball. He is the number one pick at pre-workout this past week. The kid was just knocking it down the tray ball. They can talk all that yin yang they want to. This kid is the best player in the draft, and if you don't pick him, you're gonna end up seeing him and you're probably gonna see the bottom size of his sneakers when he takes off on you. But yeah, he's a special talent. He's one of the guys that, and think about it. I mean, he's young, he's raw. I mean, yeah, he had a few minor injuries to his hand, but I mean, look at this. I mean, he didn't have a full season wear and tear on him, man. So he's ready to go, and I was so excited that he had a great workout. But yeah, he's got to be the first player off the board.
Yeah,
Definitely, you
he's
know why
on.
he had an injury. Go ahead.
If they select him and if they can get him, he gonna bring the city of Chicago back to life. Watch.
Well, you talking about number 4, but the Washington Wizards number 1 now. The thing. Well, I'll say this first. I'm gonna say this. The reason why he hurt his hand because he aggressively dunks the ball like Westbrook in his prime, like that. You know what I mean? He's very violent when he dunks the ball, so he might have to ease up just a little bit on them dunks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever when it comes to being so aggressive. But I say this. I told Jacob this. Now, I don't know if he's going to go number 1 because, you know, the consensus, you know, everybody wanted AJ DeBosa. No, I don't got no problem with it. If he go number 1, he go number 1. But I would love to see Caleb Wilson actually go number 4 to Chicago. One, you know, that's you know, he at MJ's alumni, and I feel like MJ will look out for him and give him his own shoe and everything. And 2, I think his athletic ability, and to me, you tell me this, Coach. And if you get a chance, ask Ralph Sampson this question. I haven't seen a freshman that polished when it comes to having a post game the way he does at a freshman. Like if you watch Caleb Wilson had a true post game. I'm talking about he was hitting hard 10, 15 jumpers, fadeaways over the top. I mean, he was killing Cameron Boozer. He was killing him that first game. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me what you seeing in that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing. So if I had to do a comparison, I don't see Boozer's game. I mean, where's he going with his game? I mean, it's just somebody said, "Well, how do you?" I mean, what? Yeah, he'll step out, he'll knock down he'll step out and he'll shoot the 3. But just that first step and be in that athletic burst to the basket, he doesn't give you that like Wilson does. And again, Wilson, like his bag is it's just endless. You get him on the block, he can go over either shoulder. He can bring
Mm-hmm.
it down and he can take it off the glass. He can bring it downhill. And that's the thing, and that's me. If I'm a general manager, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, where is this uptick? Not just he comes in and Boozer's gonna be there. And here's the thing: think about how can Boozer play against a bigger player? I don't think he can, right? Because in college basketball, it's just like, but no, I'm going back to Wilson. He's the guy. He is the guy, and you got to draft him number 1 because if you don't, and here's the thing, I don't know how much Mike will support him because if Mike really cared, Mike could have helped keep him in Chapel Hill. I mean, he has enough influence to where he can be a major friend of the program, juice the kids some NIL money, and say stay 1 more year. But that's all different show. But yeah, Wilson, he's the number 1 pick.
And I'm gonna
Well,
say this too. Oh, go ahead.
I think the old boy from BYU, man. I think that he probably gonna be number 1 pick. And I ain't mad at that. Like Alton said, we ain't mad at that. But at the same time, man, I know that you know Wilson, he can. He's the type of player that can be a franchise player, and they can build around him. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Chicago hasn't been notable in so long, man. So I think that he's the type of person that will bring the city back up to speed.
Mm.
The make people want to watch Chicago basketball again.
Now, you know who he remind me of, right? He remind me more and more of Chris Webber. One, because he can score in the post, like you say, he can come downhill because Chris Webber did have he had decent handles for a big man,
Yep.
and he can pass his butt off. If you watch Caleb Wilson, and he's very unselfish, like he's unselfish, but he got that dog in him. Remember after that Duke game, he said we put the belt to him, and he be out there talking junk to them players. So he said before he left, he said I want to go down as one of the greatest Carolina players ever played, Tar Heels ever played. So in his mind, he wants to be one of the greatest players that ever played in the NBA. So he has that. Then and that's all. And Hubert Davis always talked about him. He said it's the best player person I ever coached. I've ever been around. You know what I'm saying? So to me, just the intangibles and then everything he brings. And the thing about the boss, I don't know if you heard about this, Coach, but he's saying where the report says he wants to go to Utah because he's from that area. He's from like I think Washington, I think, or somewhere. He's from like Washington State, I think. So and of course he went to BYU, and BYU I think is in Utah. It's out that way.
Yep.
So
Correct.
yeah, so I think he wants to stay in that area and play for Utah. So I don't know. So I don't know if, and they was talking about how Washington may actually trade back to number 2 and then get a couple, because they saying they might want a couple other pieces because they can still feel like they can get the guy that they may want at number 2. So if they don't get the boss at number 1, then they could go back to number 2 and either get a Caleb Wilson or Boozer or whoever they want at number 2. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, and then get maybe an extra first round pick or something down the line. Now they would be better if they would trade it with Chicago, because Chicago got 2 number 1s, so they can 2 first round picks. So if anything, if Chicago really wanted Caleb Wilson, if they were talking about that, they could jump number 1, grab Caleb Wilson still at number 1, and then give their first and 14th. I think the Chicago got 4th and 15th or 4th and 14th pick in the draft. So they could do something like that if they want to do that. And then, Utah could still get maybe their player that they may want at number 4. You know what I'm saying? Because you got DeBassa, you got Boozer, you got Caleb Wilson, and you got Peterson. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody's saying Darren Peterson is like the second coming of Kobe. I didn't watch him enough to know, but that's what they're saying as far as his game. Yeah, now, mentality-wise, I don't know, but his game, they say he's the second coming of Kobe.
I want to say this, Coach. Speaking of Caleb Wilson, he put me in mind of 2 people, and I ain't never said this on the show, but he kind of remind me of a young Antonio McDyess, and then he also remind me of a young killer instinct like Jamal Mashburn.
That's a good assessment.
But just bigger. Okay.
Yeah, Antonio McDyess, man. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was definitely one of the guys. Me and Coach Quick used to talk, and I first heard that name from Coach Quick when we were at Union Pines High School when I was coaching, and he had that written down in the book. I said, "Who's he?" He said, "You never heard." He said, "Man," he said, "You need to." And yeah, he was a special talent, but yeah, that's a good assessment, Jacob, without a doubt.
Oh yeah. And then I will say this, my word now. I said this. If they do keep this San Antonio team together, Wemby can be on task to at least win 5 or 6 championships.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people rave about but OKC didn't beat them not 1 game in the regular season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think San Antonio is going to run through them because Czech ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Wemby, man. And we already know Shea gonna get healed, man. But the way San Antonio players mesh together and click together and gel together, man, and how they feed off one another, OKC ain't seen that in a playoff series or a Western Conference final like San Antonio already. And
I'm gonna say,
and I think it would be a great finals between New York and San Antonio.
Well, that's what they want to see. They want to see the up and coming superstar in the Mecca. That's what everybody want to see. That's what the league want to see. Because after last year, that was the worst ratings in like 30 years. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, and think about it. I mean, if I had to pick a team in the NBA, would definitely. I've always loved the Knicks. from back in Patrick Ewing and John Stark's days. But yeah, that's what it's built on. I mean, you got to be in these big markets, and then I think that it's prime for them to see that. In OKC, they won in there in a smaller market, and that they're talented, but they can't do nothing with Golden State for sure. I mean, they can't
Well,
do nothing with San Antonio. Excuse me.
I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. So I think this series, if Jalen Williams doesn't come back in the Western Conference Finals, this may be the first time you kind of see it affect Oklahoma City. Because as deep as they are, Jalen Williams is their second best player.
Yep.
And San Antonio matches up very well against them. And so all that AJ Mitchell and all them certain players getting off like that, they're not gonna get off like that against San Antonio. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like without Jalen Williams being able to take that pressure off of Shea, that may end up coming back to haunt them. And the way they talking, like they don't really know when he coming back yet. So it ain't looking, most of these hamstring injuries, whatever's going on with these hamstrings, is keeping players out longer and longer. So that whole thing with Luka was some BS, because now if we found out it was a grade 3 strain. So they saying he really supposed to been out 3 to 6 months. So that whole media hype of, oh, he's gonna be back in 2 weeks and he went overseas to get rehab and blah blah blah. And he finally came out and said, no, he said, really, my injury was like 3 to 6 months. Oh man. Oh.
I know that you like Jalen Williams for OKC, but I just want to say this, Arkan. You need that's your boy. And you can tweet him or you guys tell him, you can text him, tell him he needs to stop wearing that pink Prince Brown Prince blouse, and tell him we don't need him wearing no Pam Grier bottoms.
Well, first of all, Jalen Williams ain't my boy like that. I'm just saying I know his game complements Shea very well. If you watch the playoffs last year, when Indiana gave him everything they wanted, and Jalen Williams was the one making a lot of big shots in that series. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, I just feel like when the rubber hits the road, when they go against against San Antonio not scared. And you don't see that a lot of time in young teams like this. They not scared a little bit of nobody, especially the Thunder. So, you know what I mean? I just feel like if nothing else, the series going 6 or 7 games, probably going 7.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I just need you to tell him to not let Sheila E make his clothes no more.
You stupid. I can't with you. I cannot with you.
I got one question before we roll. And this is for Jacob. When's the fish fry?
Man, I actually called him, cleaned them, and my mama fried some up tonight. Yes, sir.
I get to say he about 10 fish in the pan. I think Jacob went in there like a seal and grabbed it with his mouth.
I tell you what, he gonna have Joel. He gonna have MB come by the crib to get some fish and help him with his balance.
Yeah. hey, coach. Hey, but this is what I'm gonna say about the Knicks before we get out of here.
What's that?
Now, they've been shooting the ball exceptionally well, but if they don't shoot the ball exceptionally well, Cat got to get his oak tree tall ass down on that block, man, and do something on that block, man, because every shot is not gonna fall the same every night.
Absolutely.
Cat got to be more aggressive, man, because if they should be standing his home, you definitely gonna have to get aggressive with women because he definitely gonna bring it to the cup.
Well, you see how they using Cat now. If you're really watching it, they're using Cat like they use Joker. You know what I'm saying? Yes. They put him in that middle, that back there about the free throw line area, or on that elbow, and basically let him pass and look for open shooters, and then decide when he want to be aggressive and take a shot or go to the basket. But yeah, that's kind of how they've been using him, because he told Mike Brown to use him like that. He said, Mike Brown didn't know how to use him when he first got there. He said, man, I could be a facilitator. I'm I'm good at it, and he been showing he is now. I ain't gonna front him on that.
Yeah. And Mike Brown definitely deserves Coach of the Year, and that's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, and everybody subscribe to us 910 SNE on our YouTube channel. I know we've been out for a couple of weeks, but we should be back consistently rolling. You know what I mean? See, at least for maybe another month or so, because we might, because June, it's gonna get dead as hell in the sports world. So we're gonna have little to nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we might take time off.
We're gonna have something to talk about. So I'm telling you now, start getting your baseball stats together because we're gonna have something to talk about.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Well, we'll figure it out. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all, brothers.
Absolutely.
It's been good seeing you again, Coach.
Yes,
and
sir.
God
Always.
bless you, and we be praying for you.
Appreciate you guys. Talk to you. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.